1, 2, 3, 4, and 5.
Hi, I'm Austin Hopfer. Do you ever have those childhood memories that you will never forget? Some of my greatest life adventures have come through fishing with my family. Fishing has taught me to be patient, to plan, and also to be spontaneous. Today I will share with you 3 categories of fishing that help describe me. Those categories are my first fishing experience, my fishing rituals and traditions, and my biggest catch. Now, the first time I ever went fishing was with my dad at the age of 4. I remember seeing the pond, and since I was so small, it must have looked like a lake. My dad hooked the worm and clipped the bobber on the line. Then he handed me the small 3-foot yellow Snoopy fishing pole and said, "Cast it out as far as you can," which I did. It only went about 10 feet though, and he said, just leave it out there and we'll see what happens. So I saw the bobber floating on the water, and then it immediately went down, which meant there was a fish on the line. I became very excited and started reeling as fast as I could. I started to lose steam though, is the thing, and my dad had to come over and help me reel it the rest of the way. Once the fish was finally on the bank, we became very excited and started hooping and hollering and jumping up and down. It was one of the most adrenaline-filled experiences of my life. I feel like my classmates Brittany Leeper and Ryan McDonald, who also love fishing, got hooked for the same reason, the adrenaline rush. I also feel like they have similar fishing traditions and rituals. I know I do. The first thing I do before I even throw a line in the water is skip a rock across the pond just to get my rhythm down and the good luck going. But if my luck ever turns sour, say I haven't caught a fish in maybe 60 minutes, then I turn on some country music, which gets my mood up. One of my classmates, James Oshfield's favorite music is also country. One of the last traditions that I do while fishing is if I ever catch a fish, I kiss it on the side and release it back to the pond. The reason why I do this is because I feel like if I ever go back to that pond, it'll give me good karma. The funny thing is, though, that I caught the biggest fish of my life whenever I wasn't using my traditions or rituals. The reason this is because I was deep sea fishing in North Carolina. I remember the story, and the captain asked my family, would you rather catch small, tasty fish, or would you rather catch a huge shark? And we opted for the shark, which was a good decision because it was one of the best experiences of my life. It taught me to be spontaneous, because if we never opted for the shark and went for the safe fish, then we would have never had that experience. I remember the captain sitting me down in a small chair and strapping me in and giving me a huge pole and said, alright, once the shark gets on the line, it's going to start running, so you have to rear up on the pole and reel back down. Rear up on the pole and reel back down, over and over until it got in the boat. The fight lasted maybe 25 minutes, but the shark finally got in the boat. And it just taught me that if you want a good reward, you got to work hard. That's what fishing is. Fishing experiences can be similar to life experiences. Like in fishing, you have to cast several times and keep your form, and a fish might bite it, a fish might not. But if a fish does, you have to be ready and act accordingly to get the reward. It's just like in life. You're going to have to go through your daily motions, but life will throw in different kinks, and you have to adjust accordingly to have a good result. You start out fishing as a greenhorn, and I had the help of my dad, luckily. But then, once I started getting older, I started applying my life lessons into fishing, and started coming up with my own techniques. Heck, I even caught a shark. A lot of fishermen can't say the same. But I'm just glad fishing has become a great outlet for me and a great family activity, and I can't wait to continue to do it in the future. Thank you.